Listen, if it starts to rain right now and all of us went outside, you think it's not going to rain on you like it's going to rain on me? God is no respecter of persons. When the truth hits you, it hits you.
So what is Illuminati's purpose in the industry, and when did they infiltrate the industry? When did this all start in the industry as far as music?
Well, globally, they want a total global enslavement. They want to control every facet of everyone's life, everything moving, breathing, thinking. They want to control everything on the planet.
I have that book at the house.
You understand what I'm
Behold
saying?
the Pale White Horse. Yep.
William Cooper, Alex Constantine, John Coleman, who also wrote the Committee 300, John Potash. These people that don't look like us, but they've documented it.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? We got to get back to basics, man. We got to start reading. We back in the day when I was coming up, we made it popular to stand out on the corner and kind of show people what we know and what we studied. That's not popular anymore.
Oh, now
you understand?
She basically said the satanic nature of the business. She said the music industry is using you, and it's selling your sex to basically make profit from you, and then it will discard you.
Exactly.
You know, and it's like, why are people offended by this? Why do people think that she's attacking Miley for it? It's nothing to do with Miley. She's telling you this is satanic. We are in a culture that uses people, and we are okay with that idea. It's okay. We can use Professor Griff as long as he makes us money. As soon as he says something we don't like, we're going to discard him. Everyone says, that's great, you made profit. That's amazing, you made money off him. What kind of morality are we teaching our kids?
I don't think I think it's a low vibration to the point where we take these material things and acquisition of wealth and we put it as paramount. And as long as you get the money, everything is fine. No, that's not necessarily true. I mean, you know, we can kind of, what is this, the end justify the means? No, you're not pimping my children.
Well, when Kim Kardashian's out there being pimped by her parents, and then she ends up marrying Kanye West, and everyone's going, I love Kim Kardashian, then that you're in a problem. You know, as a culture, you're...
When Tupac said no, that's when Tupac was marked for death. Why? Because Tupac was engaged to Quincy Jones's daughter. Quincy Jones's daughter was best friend was Aaliyah. Aaliyah was engaged to Dame Dash. Now, if y'all follow these people back, all of them either died or was brought to ruin. Dame Dash broke, he had to go back to Jay-Z. Tupac dead, Aaliyah dead. So then I started talking about all the men that go into Hollywood that have to put on a dress. That's right. And this is real. So I'm saying, well, they were asking me, well, why are you talking about this in this manner? I said, because it's a ritual that they have to go through. That's right. That's right. And I told them the one that we should be applauding is Dave Chappelle. He gave them their money back and told them to go to hell. I'm not putting on no dress. Are you following me? Now we need to question Dave Chappelle on this ritual. He said when he went back to his trailer, the dress was already there. And they had 2 scripts already written. Briefly about the book that I have out, Acapella Revolution, when we talk about the alchemical transformation of reconstructing the oral tradition. Alchemy is the study to transmute the lead of the ego, all right, which is your desire, into the spiritual goal of your consciousness, all right? Alchemy. Metaphysics is the science that attempts to bring the spiritual and the physical aspects of life together, and they meet at the heart chakra, which is the center chakra. Your chakras is your energy centers, all right? That's where they meet, especially with black people. That's why we're so damn sensitive. You understand what I'm saying? And we need to understand this particular concept. But I'm saying all that to fuse these two together, the method to fuse oneself with God. Above and beyond the fancy terminology and how it's constructed, fine, cool. Professor Griff is smart, yeah, right. I'm saying to you, in a nutshell, end of the day, bottom line, you have to use that methodology to fuse oneself with God. It's the God self. Stop looking outside of the self. If you can't handle it, then you turn to your air-like. Turn to the sister in the sister circle. Turn to the brothers. We'll find the answer. Are you following me? Soon as you turn and you look outside of the self, that's when your problems start. We need to understand that for real. I put that in the book on purpose. You see how you're being squeezed? You're being wrung the out and hung to dry because you're having to tap in to the savings that you've saved all your life and the hard work that you've put in working from sun up to sundown. Can't see morning to can't see evening. You go to work, it's dark. You come home from work, it's dark. You working to the bone, man. To now having to tap into your 401k and your retirement and your savings just to survive the recession? Come on, man. All of the broken promises, man. I don't want to go out on a date with America and you promising something at the end of the night that you know I'm not going to get. Stroking my ego and stroking a few other things. Are you following me? If you're not going to come across and you're not going to come through, then don't make me the promise. If you see some of the tricks that the CIA are pulling across the global landscape, shit, that to make Hitler blush. It's ridiculous. The mass murders that are going on to establish democracy in these places, and then when it comes to the media, listen, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about those sincere, real, hardworking photojournalists and journalists like you guys that are out there getting the real story and the story that's behind the scenes. But we rarely hear from you guys on a global scale, on a sound bite that's put on repeat on CNN every 10 minutes. That's playing through the earphones and on people's airport and on people's phones. We rarely get that. We have to create websites, mirror websites. Movie, I forget which one it was. One of the characters said, you know, CMB, the Cash Money Brothers, we all we got. So y'all better get used to the idea. We're going to have to lock arms and get in sync with those of us that just don't necessarily look like us. Get used to it. The war is on, man. You understand what I'm saying? So when I turn to a brother of mine like Alex Jones, without looking back, if I say, look, bro, pass the ammo, then pass the ammo. And you can't deny the fact that Alex Jones at Infowars.com, Prison Planet, or whatever entity it is, did he not pass the ammo? Yes, look at what we have here. Corporatism, a system of control designed by the monopoly men of the global elite. Now, this wasn't written by Professor Griff.
How can we collectively galvanize the youth? I mean, the youth seems so consumed with escapism, turned off by the inundation of information and the dog and pony show of our political establishment. How can we generate the youth to really fight back and stand up?
Starting with you and I in this conversation right now, we have to dare to be different and dare to tell the truth. And we have to bring other people around us to that particular reference point. And then we need to take it from there and empower young people with education and information. This is why I'm the Minister of Information. I think once you tell young people and you be straight up with young people and real with young people will gravitate towards it. And I think it's our duty and responsibility. Revolution is not an event. It's a process, and we need to understand that. And we need to continue to speak truth to power in everywhere we find young people, wherever they are, whatever medium we need to use, by any, every, and all means necessary.